I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Yay, it's the weekend.
It's Friday. Don't you love it? I should just actually use that sounder. I have it somewhere. I never bring it up anymore, but
That's what she said.
no, that's not what she said. It's definitely not what she said.
That's what she said.
No.
No, it's Friday,
Yep.
and I needed a nap.
You did. Did you take one?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, I kind of closed my eyes for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 or 15 minutes is enough to just kind of rest your eyes a little bit, make it feel a little better. I mean,
I mean, a little bit.
a little bit.
I'm
You
not-
can feel a little better.
Well, no, no. For me, like I either go to sleep or I don't.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, I
can't
gotcha, yeah.
do that because I know a lot of people are like, oh, if
Just take like 5 minutes.
if I could just close my eyes for 10 minutes, I'll be raring to go. Not me. Nope. I can't do it.
I'm kind of the same way though. I don't do the whole 5 minute thing. If my 5 minutes turns into 2 hours and
Quick. That's mine. If I can't sleep
it's quick,
if I can't sleep for a minimum of 2 hours, it is not a nap.
it is not worth it.
That too. It completely defeats the purpose of laying down, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Because then I'm just like ill when I wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm tired.
Right. Exactly. That's kind of the thing. So
But it's Friday, and
It
we're
is
here,
Friday.
and we didn't die.
which is great.
You know,
It is a wonderful thing.
Nothing got blowed away.
Nobody's dead.
Yeah, there's somebody
Dead.
died.
Yes. Well, we didn't die.
No, we didn't, but a guy in Anaheim, California did.
Did he now?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to read this story.
Okay. Are you saying this for a specific purpose? Like, what do you mean you're going to read this story?
Well,
We're always going to read the
No,
story.
I'm dramatically monologuing. I'm going to read this story,
All right.
and I need you to be respectful.
Do I need the music?
Well, you can if you want to. I'm just telling you, you need to be respectful because
Okay,
somebody died.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I don't.
I think this calls. For
Do
the
you need to
music.
get the
I think
music out? Well,
Yeah,
fine.
we'll get the
Then
music
you
out
dig
here.
it out.
Take me
That's
just a second here.
Just a half a second.
Here we go. All right. And so that's there.
You can
Okay.
start at the beginning of there.
Go
So that's
all the way
that.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh. And you tell me when to go.
I mean, you can go ahead whenever you're ready. I'm going to read.
Cue
and-
that there. And, all right.
Yeah. So, police in Anaheim, California, say that a suspected auto parts thief was killed today. Well, Wednesday, actually, 6:30 a.m.
6:30 a.m. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The witness who found the man said it was a grim scene. He said that a pretty frantic person went into a business nearby where he worked to tell him that someone had passed. Someone had died in the parking lot.
They had ceased to be.
Yeah, if they were not being held down, they'd be pushing up daisies.
Uh-huh. Yep. It's funny that you use that terminology, held down. Okay, sorry.
Quote, so I walked down there and I saw what appeared to be a Caucasian gentleman lying on the ground with his feet, limbs, legs exposed. You know, in recent weeks, they've been having a rash of catalytic converter thefts stolen from off of cars out of the complex.
Catalytic converters.
Yeah.
That takes you really have to be underneath a car.
You
to
do.
Get those.
You do.
That's
But all you really need at that point is a jack and a sawzall. And then you take them home and you gut them out and you take
Clean
the
'em up.
platinum with it and that's what you would do.
Oh.
or you take them as whole and you to the recycling place and you get money for those. But anyway,
Okay.
But the man died because the car he was stealing the catalytic converter from had fallen on him and crushed him. Sean Harp, who was the witness, said that he saw a cordless Sawzall cutting device next to the man. Told you so.
Up, no, good you.
And it appeared that the car fell because the small scissor jack holding it up was poorly secured. If you're gonna,
Wouldn't you at least get a hydraulic jack for that?
well, I was gonna say if you're going to, because you can get pretty good money
yeah.
for catalytic converters.
Yep.
You don't skimp on the jack because one, it's a lot faster. I mean, I know they can be heavier, but they're a lot faster to pump up and
You just
way
roll it
more,
in and
way more secure.
Done.
You're not having to, hook the piece through the little hole and
Maneuver it back
do
and
the little
forth.
twisty
and
thing
the twisting
and-
things and the whole deal.
and realize you're twisting it backwards, and so you have to twist it the other way.
Right,
and-
right, which takes another 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then you have to make sure you line it up with the pinch weld of the car, and then you lift it in the air and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So this guy was in a pinch.
he was. I told you it's supposed to be respectful. This is not being respectful. Harp, the witness, said that what he saw was, quote, really indicative of people going in underneath vehicles and just cutting parts off as they need and selling it. And that happens all the time.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Thieves target catalytic converters because of the resale of the precious metals for their components. Again, there is platinum in
Catalytic converters.
catalytic converters. Officials say that the catalytic converter theft skyrocketed by 400% in 2020 from previous years.
That's
I have
amazing.
no idea why.
I have no idea.
I mean,
It could be the same reason why murders skyrocketed to numbers not seen since 1995 in
Yeah.
2020.
yeah,
Could be the same reason.
It could be.
Could be the same
It
reason.
could be the whole, when you're locked down, you have nowhere to go. As we've said before, idle hands are the devil's playground.
Those are both 2 puns for this story.
I know.
Just pointing that out.
I know what I'm doing. I'm a semi-professional.
You're trying to keep it professional, and I am just making sure we all know what's going on here.
No. That's the voice of reason. Thank you. Police said that a catalytic converter and a power saw were found in a vehicle that crashed after a police chase in nearby Garden Grove. 2 drivers died in the crash and also caused the death of an innocent bystander. Catalytic converters target Toyota Priuses because they carry more of the valuable metals, and also midsize SUVs because they're easier to get underneath. So
if you're going to steal catalytic converters, Priuses and SUVs,
don't go cheap.
just
Get a real jack.
get a real jack.
Get a real hydraulic jack.
Or you will find that, karma can really press down on you.
Yeah. I don't even I don't know what to even respond to that with. Because there's a part of me that wants to keep going with it, but again, we're to be respectful. A man died. He was
Actually, if
laying
you go
under
by
the-
this story, 3 people died.
4 if you count the guy who died.
The innocent person, yeah.
No, 4 because it was talking about another story.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
2
that's-
people and a bystander, that's 3, and then the other guy makes
That's
4.
what I'm saying. So the one bystander, the innocent bystander, was the
Number
fourth guy.
4,
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's so sad to see
See, go like
you go like that, and over something stupid as a catalytic converter.
that. Gravity is just one of those things that always brings you down.
It does. It does. It's one of those rules you just can't break
That's right.
ever.
Right. Unlike that jack.
Well, most people don't know how to use those scissor lift jacks.
Yeah, you don't actually
properly
put it in the
anyway.
right place in the first place.
Nobody ever does.
No, you don't. And what's wrong with you? You should. It's easy to find the.
You find the pinch weld, you line it up in the grid. Most of them have
They have a grid line
the
in there.
groove in there for it to
set
set
it down.
perfectly.
What's wrong with you?
Morons.
Jeez.
It's there.
Speaking of trips with gravity, President Joe Biden stumbled multiple times as he fell his way up the stairs trying to climb to Air Force One on Friday.
That takes, I'm sorry, I don't care what his reasonings were, what his excuses were. It takes talent to fall upstairs.
Twice.
Yeah.
Actually, 3 times if you count them.
Well, third time was the charm.
That's
apparently.
right. That's what got him up to the last bit.
That's, and then the video was fantastic.
It was
by
great.
the way.
It's only like 10, 15 seconds.
I
but it's
feel
whatever.
like it would be really good to take that video and put it to like, I don't know, Benny Hill or something like that.
that thing. Yeah.
Not that one specifically, but close.
Yeah, pretty much there. Biden, who's 78, decided that he was going to run up the stairs, or briskly jog, as you would say,
Yeah.
up the stairs to prove his fitness.
Because that's what you're supposed to do on a plane. I mean,
He proved that his knees can take the blow.
that's about all he can proved. Mm-hmm. He also proved that he doesn't watch where the hell he's walking.
Or that he potentially can't walk properly.
How bad would it have been? Because and I get the excuse that they say was, oh, he's trying to prove that he's still fit, even though he's 78 years old.
Yeah, but the excuse...
What would have happened if he slipped and actually like hurt himself, busted his head off the stairs, severe
And actually
concussion,
fallen
and then
back.
and
Like,
rolled
if he
down the stairs.
didn't actually catch himself 3 times,
Yeah, he was gonna like he almost fell down the stairs.
like, he'd have been hurt.
Bad.
It would have been exactly as we had predicted, except for Kamala Harris didn't push him.
Yeah, oh, he did it to himself.
Right.
Maybe you know
He
what?
self-harassed.
Maybe that's what it has been the whole time. They antagonize him. I'll show you. I can run. And then he goes running, and then they
I think we just came up with a new term.
harassment.
Harassment.
I think so.
The president constantly gets harassment.
He's constantly getting harassed. Wow.
But yeah, so he blamed it on the wind.
Sure.
Blamed it on the wind.
No, you watch clearly.
He
Watch the
clearly
video.
fell forward.
Clearly, what he
Straight forward into, like, literally you could see his foot miss the step.
the first
Like,
time
it
it's
was
like
that whole, like, you're on
Here's-
the edge and
yeah.
and boom,
Yeah,
just like
you're
the tip of your foot.
yeah, he caught it with the tip and he didn't.
Just the tip.
It was just the tip.
Right.
He didn't plant his foot flat as he should have because
'Cause
he was in a hurry.
he was trying to rush.
He was doing the one thing that all parents tell their kids: don't
rush.
Don't rush. Slow down. Don't run up the stairs. Why?
Right.
Because you're going to slip. You're going to miss one. You're going to fall. I can't believe that a 78-year-old man literally acted like a 5-year-old kid.
Well, he has the
Mentality of
current
their-
mentality of about a 12-year-old. So
That's true.
it makes a lot of sense.
But like, no, the first time was a genuine slip. After that was panic.
yep.
And he just couldn't get his feet right. And you can't blame the wind. I'm sorry, but if the wind is that bad that it blows a man over, the plane is not leaving the ground. Just so we're clear. It's not going anywhere. So if it's really that bad, then he just literally ran up those stairs for nothing for them to go, we're sorry, Mr. President, but you're going to need to go back down the stairs. We're not going anywhere.
By the way, thank you, Tracy, over on the Facebooks who added, "Karma is a soul-crushing bee." Lovely.
Very good.
well done. I like where your head's at here.
That's
It's good.
the guy wishes his head was in the same space,
Yes, instead of not there anymore.
not under a car.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm just,
He was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
well,
Concrete is rock. Asphalt is technically rock.
all right, I'll give you the concrete one, not asphalt.
Asphalt is technically rock.
It's
It's
looser.
and gravel.
Yeah.
It's tar and gravel.
It's
so
lots of rocks.
It's lots of rocks.
Yeah.
Rocks and a hard place.
Okay. Oh, this is fantastic.
It's so good. And that's just, the funny thing is, the president, the current president, Joe Biden,
the old Biden man.
was mocking former President Trump during the election cycle, saying that he would, beat him. He would easily run circles around him, and he could jump upstairs, let alone walk them, and blah blah blah. And Trump was so slow and sluggish getting up the stairs, and yada blah blah blah. That's like talking about how fit he is.
I was wondering, to touch on that real quick. It's funny that
Nobody wants to touch
with
on
all
Biden.
no, they don't, not willingly.
No, not really. It's not a good idea.
But no, I I almost said a really, really, really bad thing.
Just
No.
something else.
No, about his kid and
Oh,
not
yeah,
Hunter.
no.
Yeah, I
no,
almost
no,
said
no,
something
no,
really
no,
bad.
no,
I
no.
shouldn't have done that. I
Let's
was
not
not
do- yeah,
thinking
let's not
about
do
that.
that, yeah.
Anyway, no, but it's the way he kept talking about Trump back then.
Uh-huh.
It's a wonder he didn't go out. Oh yeah, and my dad can kick your dad's ass. You know,
Basically, that's where he was going.
Yeah,
with
but
it,
he didn't. He couldn't go that far
because they were both dead.
Because
at
they're
that
both
point.
dead at that
both
point.
The dads are dead.
I bet you if my dad was alive, he can kick your dad's ass.
Yep, that's basically how he was going at it. He is still at the grade school level bully,
Yes, even though he's 78 years old.
and obviously never was the bully.
No, but now is his moment. Now is his time to shine. I'll stick it to all of you bastards.
Speaking of stumbling,
No, they didn't stumble.
not you.
This is fantastic. No, they didn't. This is fantastic.
Oh no. Because of the stumbling, bumbling President Joe Biden's.
He didn't stumble on this.
No,
This was calculated.
he decidedly killed this one.
Yeah.
A coalition of 21 states are now suing President Joe Biden for his executive order to shut down the Keystone XL pipeline.
Good job.
2/5 of the United States now wants this to be kicked back out.
And I'm surprised it's actually not more, but of course they do.
It's every one of them that was involved with it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, not just the ones that are involved.
It's-
I mean, these
it's
are the ones that are
those
involved.
specifically, but
I know, but I'm saying, but everybody should be behind this. And why should everybody be behind this? The man is
gas
officially,
prices?
I was going to say, he has been in office officially since what, the 21st of January. We've cleared the 2
months.
We've hit the 2 month mark.
Yeah, because it's the 19th now. We're 2 months and 2 days. So
Yeah, we're almost 2 months into it, and gas prices have jumped. I don't know about any of the rest of
Almost
y'all.
$1?
Almost $1
Yeah.
in 2 months.
no thanks.
Nobody wants this.
This is what happened the last time.
Yeah.
And it was going from $1
To
and
$4.
It went from $1 to almost $4
Or over 4,
by the time that it was done here in North Carolina, and then
6 or 7 in California.
something crazy like that. Nobody wants that again.
No. I remember when diesel was at that point was close to $7 or $8 a gallon.
Yeah, diesel was the same.
It was
was the same
insane.
price as
It was
freaking California.
incredible.
It's crazy.
Like the entire country should be like, put it back into play.
The lawsuit states, within hours of taking office, President Joe Biden issued an executive order that purports to revoke the permit on the grounds that he has an ambitious plan to reduce harmful emissions and create good, clean energy jobs, and that this completed pipeline would not be consistent with his administration's economic and climate imperatives. Revocation of the Keystone XL pipeline permit is a regulation of interstate and international commerce, which can only be accomplished as any other statute can through the process of bicameralism and presentment. The president lacks the power to enact his ambitious plan to reshape the economy in defiance of the Congress's unwillingness to do so. To the extent that Congress had delegated such authority, it would violate non-delegation doctrine. But Congress has not delegated such authority. It sets specific rules regarding what actions the president can take about the Keystone XL pipeline and when. The president, together with various senior executive officials, violated those rules. The action should be set aside as inconsistent with the Constitution and the Administrative Procedures Act, 5 USC 500, etc., etc., etc. Basically, the president doesn't have the ability, even with executive order, to cancel the Keystone XL pipeline. Now, the lawsuit has Texas, Montana, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota. Where's North Carolina?
I can
Utah,
tell you
West
where it's
Virginia,
at.
and Wyoming.
When we have a governor like
Yeah, I know.
like
our
old
governor.
Cooper,
Coop.
Old the Coopster.
The old Coop.
He ain't gonna.
He's not going to put his name in the hat.
No, he wants this gone.
Yep.
He wants to be as. He'd like to be able to move up to eventually be old Biden's lapdog.
That's very true. The multi-state campaign complaint that's led by the Attorney General Ken Paxton of Texas and Austin Knudsen. There's a silent K. I'm just
Oh, okay.
Knudsen of Montana, who claim, quote, President Biden does not have the unilateral authority to change energy policies that Congress has set. And that's very true.
No, it is true. My only question is why is it taking you 2 months to figure this out?
It's
or
not.
to get this out?
It's taken 2 months to get everybody together. They had to get enough people together to actually make it something viable. They could have initially done it like the same day. Texas could have come out, but Texas technically wasn't
He wasn't going to do it by
affected
himself.
by it.
Well, they would have been, but it was one of those. They obviously aren't going to do it by themselves. Look what happened to them trying to do the lawsuit for the election.
Yeah, every time you do something by yourself, the federal government just crushes it.
I get that it was taking everybody to try and,
Yeah,
and the masses and blah,
it takes
blah.
more than one.
Yeah, but at the same time, I still find it hard to believe that it took them almost 2 months to get together to do this.
I don't.
I'm pretty
I
sure-
don't because of legal crap, man. Legal crap and everything
How's
else.
it legal
It's not just a
crap?
phone call. You're not just
No,
gonna
I
make a
think
phone
a lot
call
of it
through this.
is. It starts with a phone call. One of the states or all
Yes,
the
it
states
starts
who are
with a phone call, yeah.
aggressively opposed to this should be calling their own, attorneys and being like, "Hey,
Right.
And
But
then-
who's paying attention?
if it is
Who's truly
going
paying
to
attention?
affect, forget if it does immediately. If it is going to affect your state, you should be paying attention.
Right, but they don't care about that. The only thing that people care about is what's going to affect their wallet at the moment. And the wallet at the moment, they're getting five different refunds and stimulus packages and everything else. So to hell with gas prices because they keep on giving us cash
The stimuli.
because of all the stimuli.
Stimuli. I mean, good on them. And I wish North Carolina was on that list. We should have been.
Should have been.
It's irritating when literally we're the only one in the South and on the Southeast that is not named.
Well, you got to think about it too. Like, okay, so if you want it greener, the pipeline is better. Why? Because you don't have to use trucks
Yeah.
and trains to get the oil to where it needs to go.
Yeah. It's above ground. So it's not like you're digging, if something goes wrong with the pipe, if it gets a hole or whatever, it's not like you're digging down beneath and you're having to move stuff and blah, 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 blah. It's all right there. It can easily be fixed. It can easily be monitored. There's so many great, on top of the jobs, like literally once this happened, like they went from having a job to nothing. Don't come in. You're done. Goodbye. And they had to go find something else. Like it's just incredible.
It is.
And it's almost, what is it? Almost done?
It wasn't almost done,
about
but it was
half done?
close. Like, yeah,
It was over half done, wasn't it?
I think so.
It was enough that to stop it. It's kind of like the wall. There's so much that had been done to it, and now they just
Basically,
it's
so half of it was on
It's a
on
lost
the
investment.
on Canada's side.
Oh yeah, Canada was
Canada's side was already done.
Oh yeah,
The crap that they had to deal with was going state to state and making sure they could go through the protected areas of each state, and they'd
So
gone and
stupid.
gotten everything settled for almost all the states at that point.
yeah. I'm done with this stuff.
That's what it is. Oh gosh, that's
Insurrection with a selfie stick over on Twitter. Attorney generals across the country be calling each other like, "What's up? What's up? Hey, let's sue Biden."
okay.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
I think that sounds good.
I'm bored. You're bored.
We got nothing to do. We have to stay at home anyway.
Yeah.
Why not file
Let's
lawsuits?
just go.
Let's do this.
The hell with all of it. Let's just go.
How you been doing?
Let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
They've been doing it to us.
Let's see. Big Farmer Steve over on Twitter. Wow, old Biden's being sued by all the places Johnny Cash has been. I like that.
That's a good one. I like that reference. Well
and
done.
it does feel a bit like Folsom Prison.
It does. It's
a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. Golden Honkler over there on the D Lives. We don't really buy into that sort of junk, bro. Just so you know, we like to sit over here and laugh at politics. We don't get into conspiracy theories, and when we do, we use this
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
because we laugh at it. So, don't know where you're going with that one, bud, but keep that one to you.
So apparently Matt Holloway is listening to us.
Yeah, work of all
Yeah, I was
places.
gonna say,
Good job.
you realize
multitasking, bud.
no. See, that's what I was getting ready to say. You do realize that you can't actually properly multitask.
Right.
You can do two things at one time, but neither one of them will be the best that you can do.
You either have to focus on one and partially tune out the other, or
you don't do
you just can't do them both.
you can't do them both. It doesn't work that way.
Well, I mean, you can idly listen to something while you're doing something,
well, no, you can, but that's what I'm
but
saying.
understand you're phasing out.
Yeah, you're not giving it your 100%.
Right. Which I'm okay with. That's fine. We don't deserve your 100%.
No, but I'm just saying you can't.
But does your work?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about your work? That's
Does your job?
That's the part you need to take attention to.
Say it, man.
Say it.
Wow, we're going there already?
No,
You did it. Not me this
I
time.
yawned.
That wasn't a yawn.
That was a yawn.
That was a musical yawn.
It was still a yawn.
It was musical.
It was a yawn.
And what did it do?
What did you do?
What did it do?
This is Defenders Live.
I don't know why it's so fun, but it is.
Welcome back, everybody.
I don't know. I would love to have like our bumpers and theme music and just kind of like have it on a disc or something to play in the car.
Oh, Matt Holloway over there on over there on Twitter's. Your implication is that listening to you requires effort or rational thought. That is very flawed perception.
Oh no, yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, we were making it clear to everyone else that there's no way that you
can
could
do
actually
both.
listen to us because,
It requires perception,
it does require. Yeah,
not actual thought, but just perception, just a little bit.
yeah, it does. Well, and definitely effort.
It's to get the innuendo,
Yeah, and
to catch everything.
and if you do that. If you do put any effort into listening to us,
Then your job is going to be
guaranteed
suffering.
It will suffer.
Your job is going to suffer, and we don't want that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bleed over effect.
We're not saying to stop listening to us.
And
What
we're not saying to
is
stop working.
We're just saying to focus more on your work.
Yeah,
Why are you tweeting on work?
because work pays you, we don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
That's all we're there for. Just what we're trying to support you and make sure that you live.
We're just trying to make.
You got a bunch of kids to feed,
Yeah,
man.
you have a.
That's all we're saying.
You've got a herd of them over there.
Don't
You
hurt
need
yourself for
you
our
need to-
sake here.
You need to make sure everything's good.
Exactly.
I know I said doo-doo. I know.
Uh-huh.
Wow, we're 6 now. Good
yes.
Lord.
Yes, we are.
The best part
Of waking up.
No. The best part of all of this right now is we've actually proven that he has been putting more attention to listening to us than he is working.
Because he's having a conversation with
Because
us.
he's having a conversation with us through Twitter, and he actually called me out for saying doo-doo.
That's your own fault.
I
bud.
proved it.
That
I
is your own-
proved it.
that's
You
your own-
cannot do two tasks at one time.
You're obviously paying more attention to us.
Yes, which means your work is suffering.
Yes, we just spent 3 minutes on that for no reason whatsoever.
It's Friday.
We
I
can
don't
do whatever
care.
we want.
I don't care.
So,
Oh, this one's going to hurt my head.
the CDC's came out with new guidelines.
Shut up.
New
Shut up.
guidelines.
Nope.
Yep. Mm-hmm. New guidelines for kids in school.
Oh, just for kids.
for kids at school.
Just for kids.
Yeah, for the children at school.
Okay.
Brand new guidelines.
Of course they did.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they?
They've revised their recommendations on Friday,
Of course.
following
they
a
did.
new study.
Of course they did.
New study.
Okay.
New study.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
It's a new study now. Yeah. It says that they now suggest only 3 feet of distance between children. 3 feet of distance instead of the 6. You tried to look it up and it's just saying no. They now suggest
No.
Yeah. So
Okay. Here we go. I wanted to have this. So you're saying they say 3?
3 now.
Okay.
3, and that's for schools.
I
schools.
googled this just to do this. So the question was why do we need to stay 6 feet apart? This is then the 6 feet came from
the
this
CDC.
comes from the CDC.
Right.
The answer over here from the CDC.gov, preventing sickness, blah 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 blah
Blah,
blah,
blah, blah,
social
blah, blah.
distancing.
Uh-huh.
Quote, since people can spread the virus before they know they're sick, it is important to stay at least 6 feet away from others when possible. Even if you or they do not have any symptoms, social distancing is especially important for those at high risk, blah, 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 blah. And there's probably more to it than that.
Sure.
But that's all they say. That's all they're able to say.
Because
is
they couldn't really
They
give
just
any-
said stay away 6 feet.
Uh-huh.
So why do you suddenly change that for children? Because it said there clearly that even if you or they do not have any symptoms,
Well, it's a new study.
of course,
A new study came out just like yesterday.
for something that's only been going on for a year.
Yep, brand new study.
Allegedly.
Yep, brand new studies that came out
Okay.
saying that they now say that 3 feet is enough in the classroom.
For just children, though.
Right, while wearing masks.
Oh, my God. I can tell people are so getting tired of the whole mask thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's,
we went-
it's becoming more and more engrossed in society where people are literally like burning their own masks.
Well, I was gonna say, so me and the girlfriend went to Mexican tonight, and I've started noticing it more and more everywhere I go. People are just like,
like they may have it, but it's hanging off one ear.
no. I mean, there are people who wear them walking in.
Sure, yeah.
And it's about 50-50 from what I've seen, even in
yeah.
little places like Lewisburg and things.
Sure,
Whatever.
yeah.
But there's also a group of people who just go in and just don't wear it. And then what'll
They
happen,
just don't care.
like in the restaurant, and like I didn't have mine, she didn't have hers. I'm not doing that junk.
No.
And I've seen other people do it. They would ask us, hey, do you mind waiting outside? Of course, it was crowded in the
Yeah,
waiting
sure,
area,
sure,
so I
yeah.
give that too.
Mhm, yeah,
They're like, hey, do you mind waiting outside? I mean, it's cold, but I said, okay.
that's fine.
And there are more people are like, okay, sure, fine.
I'll wait outside for
I'll wait
5
outside.
minutes.
Yeah, I'll wait outside for, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Then go in and sit down straight. Because what's the point of putting a mask on to turn around and take it off as soon as you hit the table?
Exactly. There's
There's
absolutely none.
There's
No point whatsoever.
so ready for this to be over
Yep.
with.
So the changes include
Uh-huh.
removing the recommendations for plastic shields and other barriers between desks.
Oh, so we're not just putting them closer, we're removing even the shielding.
Yep. Revising social distancing recommendations to at least 3 feet of space between desks at the elementary schools, even in towns and cities where high community spread, provided students wear face masks. And faculty. Students and faculty wear face masks.
How's that supposed to work, though?
They also revised school spacing requirements to 3 feet for middle and high schools where areas are low community spread. The CDC recommends that older children in the areas with high community spread continue to social distance up to 6 feet.
I'm still trying to figure out what's the whole age thing. When does that make a difference? I understand that it doesn't affect the young children as much.
Well, you do
And
remember, yeah. That
I understand
they're
that
all about like, oh, kids under 11 really don't matter.
Yeah. The only time that kids have to wear a mask, at least in North Carolina, is only when they go to school. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
You can take them anywhere else
But school.
on any other reason and they can
But school.
no face mask. And
Yep.
why are they focusing on just the little kids being closer? Again, if this thing is so bad, if it's going on, they can turn around and still carry it and bring it home just as easily as the middle schoolers and the high schoolers. So Like, this is the stuff that irritates me.
Even if they don't get sick, they
That's
could
what-
still carry it. They
Yeah.
can carry it on their clothes. They can carry. It's just like any other viral situation. You can bring it home.
Yeah, take it on home.
That's it. You can take it home. You can bring it home. Unless these kids are literally throwing all their clothes off the moment they walk, even then, it doesn't matter. Like, the parent has to have like a full sanitation station at the door, and by that I mean like they set up a cube and spray them down with full on cleaner. If you don't have that, if you don't have a decontamination chamber, you can bring it in.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. The CDC also recommends that after ordering from Grubhub and watching Pornhub, you should thoroughly disinfect your device and your hub.
That's also true.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
That's a lot of hubbub.
You gross.
Ew, it's so nasty.
So bad.
It's
I'm so tired of this whole, the CDC is to change your stuff. And there's no actual grounds for any of it.
No. This
Other
was a
than the-
study. It was a study.
Yeah, a study that they
It was
were.
a study.
How thorough can the study be? Honestly,
it
how-
went deep.
That's what she said.
I mean, kids have only been in school for the last like half a month.
Yeah.
So it went real deep.
Yeah, so 2 whole weeks they've been studying this. Wow. Ooh, buddy.
Up to 4 weeks in some areas.
Oof. Wow, that's a thorough study.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean,
It's deep.
at that point, it really does hit the redundancy level. I mean, it's why are you still bringing in, all of this information? It does not matter.
I'm just saying, man.
It doesn't matter because we've already got it. We got it in the first 5 days, but
Right.
just for clarity's sake, and to say that we tried, we'll push it out to 2 weeks.
I mean, once again, we're now at the we're now past a year from when they told us 15 days.
this is the longest 15 days of my life.
Of anybody's life.
Of
Honestly.
anybody's life,
Longest 15 days you have ever seen.
Yeah. I know. I wish their 15 minutes of fame lasted like this.
Sometimes it does.
But I'm just saying. This is just so dumb. I'm so ready for this to be over with. I'm so ready for it to just go back to people being around people, talking to strangers. Like, I hate, okay, so there's a gas station
Uh-huh.
that we, especially when we're on our travels, tend to frequent a lot.
Y'all.
I don't know if you noticed a sign for it, but every time it'll show a picture of some jackwagon standing there with a mask on,
Yeah.
and the caption says, "Underneath this mask, we're smiling." How the hell do I know?
That's a lie.
How do I know?
You're not smiling. I can see with your eye. I can see what your eyes do.
Oh, not even that. Prove it.
Open the math.
Take the mask off.
Pull it down.
I want to get one of the masks that look like somebody else's mouth. There's one I've seen.
No. What you do is you take two of the regular masks and you just put one on top of the other. That way you can just open up and talk.
Okay, no. There's a mask. I've seen a guy. He either had it made or he bought it or whatever. So it looks like the print on it looks like his face.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and it's a whole mask. So when he wears it, it looks like his face, but it also looks like he's got one of those blue surgical masks, and it looks like it's underneath his chin, like he's not pulled it up. And with a little effort, there's
All
been
you got to do
videos-
is make it fit just right.
Yeah, there are videos of him walking into places and he, filming himself. And they're like,
Sir, put your mask
Sir, you
up."
need to put your mask up, please. And he's like, it isn't. And then start to kind of like, wait, what? And they realize that it's a mask. It is so funny.
That's awesome.
I want one like that.
That'd be good.
I'm thinking of that.
Of course, your beard would give it away.
I know. That's
Your beard gives everything away,
the hard part.
except for your chin. It's the only thing your beard doesn't give away.
Nope. It's clear that I don't have a chin.
You hide it.
I do.
Hide
No,
it very well.
I do. I have to. I gotta get trimmed up this weekend. Well, no, I'm debating it's either this weekend or next weekend because what I need to do. So I'm going to be going to Georgia.
Soon?
Second weekend of April.
Soon.
I will be down
Georgia.
Georgia. I'll be down Was that Alma?
No, you better go see B.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna be on the other side of Savannah,
So
or
you
near
better go-
Savannah.
You better go see B.
I am officiating a wedding down there, and my brain is saying that obviously I need to get trimmed up anyway. But I'm like, I need to.
you need to make it look clean. For
I
the
need, yeah,
priesthood.
I need to make it, as close to go before going as possible, so I can be sharp.
Gotta wait and make it clean, keep it. And,
So I don't have to do anything or retouch it up or anything like that.
oh,
when I
you're
get
gonna
there.
have to retouch it up.
No. I'm not talking about like the basic like throw
No, yeah, you're
balm
gonna
or stuff
like
like
blow
that.
it.
No. I'm talking about like get down there and oh look, it's starting to get shaggy again,
Mm-hmm.
or oh look, here's a lone hair that wasn't there before. Whatever. Like give it like as soon as it's done.
Uh huh. Sounds like you're not just gonna trim it, but you're also going to decorate it. Sounds like you're
No, I thought about it, but I don't think the
got to keep it classy.
bride would kick my ass, and so I'm not.
So you got to keep it classy. is what
I
you're
got to
saying.
keep it classy.
classic bearding.
Yeah, though I am very tempted to do the marriage thing.
Do it.
Well,
Do it.
unfortunately I do have to make sure it's okay.
I'd
have
start that way, and if she starts to go, I'll be like, flip page. All right.
I'm sorry, wrong.
Sorry,
book,
wrong script. Hold
wrong
on.
book. I don't know. I keep forgetting. Like I have to sit down and
You gotta
and
talk
nail
to
down
these
the
people about this
details.
stuff.
I know.
Look at
I
you.
was supposed to color her today, and I forgot.
Bad you.
I wanted to go.
This is you
home.
just being guilty now, isn't it?
I am being
This is you
guilty.
just venting your guilt out.
I am.
Aren't you glad we got a show for this?
This is why, and it's Friday too. This is
This is why. This is
Friday confessions.
with Dylan.
Yeah, no, I mean I do feel bad about not being able to, but part of me is like I've been busy as all get out too, and then turn around and I know she's like, balls deep in trying to figure out like
Everything.
planning and this and that. And
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to interfere in that.
You should bring two. You should bring that script, and then you should bring like, okay, no, this is actually what I'm gonna say, and then you should do it at the rehearsal. That's at the rehearsal,
and you see her reaction from
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
and
at
if
the
she
rehearsal.
likes it, then
and just keep going with
or
it.
wait for her to get done and go. Don't you better not do that tomorrow. And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
If you can at least do it at the rehearsal and somebody take a video of it,
Just see, that's what I'm
that's
aiming
all you need.
for.
That's all you need.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Do it at the rehearsal,
Yeah,
and then
and see what happens.
and make sure that the girlfriend is recording.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
And then that way we'll bring it back for sure, and maybe we'll
We
throw
can
it on
we
the
can throw it
Facebook
up.
and
Marriage is what brings us together today. Love, true love.
A dream within a dream.
Oh,
Yeah.
you need somebody to yell at you. Say man and wife. So you need to get with him. You need to get with him on
See,
that. That's what you
I
need.
know the groom also really well, and
You need to get with him on that.
he would go along with it, even even if it's just the rehearsal and just the one
It
time.
would be perfect.
He would do it. He'd be like, "That's a fantastic idea."
Let's do this.
That's what brings us together today.
You know, it isn't a fantastic idea.
Who?
Well, Democratic Representative Linda Sanchez, California.
Of course, it's California.
Yeah, she decided to provide some cover for the Bidens and their administration on Thursday. Woo. Arguing that it's not appropriate for members of the media to see inside of the migrant children border facility operated by the federal government amid the ongoing border crisis.
I have a question.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dylan Lyles of Mojo 50.
It's very. Forgive me for the simplicity of my question. Why is it inappropriate?
That's a wonderful question. Media organizations and immigration activists have been trying for weeks to gain access to the facilities to document the conditions under which thousands of migrant children are being held as unprecedented numbers of migrants surge across the United States-Mexico border. But the Biden administration has so far denied entry to the media, conveniently citing coronavirus concerns.
Wait a minute. Just so we can piece all of this together. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So they don't want the media to be in there
Right.
because of the risks
Of the coronas.
of the coronas.
Yeah.
Okay. The CDC lifted their or changed. They didn't lift. They're not in a power of authority. They lifted their guidelines. They reevaluated and adjusted their guidelines.
Right. Based off of.
For those situations.
Yeah,
and just for those.
Based off studies.
Well, yeah, but just for those detention places.
Yeah.
That allowed the children to do no social distancing at all and not wear masks to help accommodate for the migrants, the mass flooding of these migrant children. Am I right so far? We got this cleared, right? The media, not so much. Don't come in.
Yeah, not the media, no.
But these children, and by the way, these children,
Oh, yeah,
who again are now being allowed to not worry about social distancing. They're crammed in together, almost like sardines.
Oh, no, we're fixing that. No, we're fixing
But
that. We're sending them to other states.
That's what I was getting ready to get at. These children that are currently being crammed in like sardines into these cages and these detention places and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who don't have to social distance.
No, not at all.
Clearly to have no issues with the whole coronas or nothing.
Right, yes.
Are sent to their family, and I use that term loosely.
No. I'm not talking about the families. I'm talking about they're being sent in packs of 4 to 5 to 600 to thousands into towns. Like they're sending stuff, like we talked about, they're sending them to Arizona, to Nevada, to Texas, just in groups. They're bussing them out.
No, I know there's that too, but I was talking about the families because that's a little bit further spread than just along the border.
Also a little bit
but you do have that as well.
So they're getting
and
rid
there's
of all those people.
no issue there whatsoever.
Yeah.
About anybody, and I'm not even talking about the children having it and spreading it around to people. What about the
workers.
The workers, the detention people, whatever. You mean tell me they're not susceptible to
no. They've
catching
all got the shots.
this?
They're fine. They've all gotten the shots. They're good. Oh. And they only go there once a week anyway.
to fill up the water trough and
to fill up the water trough and the food, the whatever you call it.
replenish the food pellet thingy and
food pellet containers and the water
I know,
trough.
children, it tastes like crap, but it's good for you.
It's better than what you had before.
You need to be thankful. Welcome to the land of milk.
Plenty.
Well,
Welcome to the land of plenty.
Plenty of crap. Enjoy.
Plenty of Special K.
Ew.
That's what they feed them.
Ew. I hate Special K.
Special K is the worst.
Special K is there's something wrong with that flake.
Special K is grape nuts in a flake.
There's something about the flake. There's something wrong with it.
How do you make
How do you make a flake that doesn't get soggy?
You know, Frosted Flakes?
Yes.
So corn flakes.
Yes.
How do you make corn flakes diet?
You remove the corn.
No. How do you make corn flakes diet? That's what they did. And then they became Special K. Special K is diet corn flakes.
Well, but it's the same way that whole milk is pie milk.
Whole milk is pie milk. You saw that, right?
I did.
That's good.
That was good. No, I it's just
because it's great with pie.
it is good with pie. I love it. That was fantastic.
By the way, if you divide whole milk, which is the number of fat in whole milk by the number of fat in 1%, you find out that whole milk is pie milk. And be happy about that.
Enjoy. That's a little tidbit for you today.
Little math number.
It's just fascinating. You can't have the news people in it. And again, the only reason why they don't want the media, the true reason they don't want the media in there, is because of the fact that they don't want to sit there and have recorded proof that Biden is doing exactly the same thing, if not worse. And I say if.
It is definitely
we
worse.
know it is worse.
There weren't this many kids.
That's what I say. Just from the influx, that
of
there's
people,
more people by far than there were under Trump. They don't want that proof. They don't want to sit there and have it ever thrown at him that he was the same and did the same things
or did worse, even worse, especially worse.
Well, they definitely don't want to be the same. Forget the worst part. Yeah. They don't even want to be the same as him.
You can't associate.
Yeah, and that's what they want. They want it to be hey, you have no proof of this. This didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. That's why. That's what also just goes to prove that this whole corona thing is nothing but political from beginning to end. The way from the constant CDC guideline changes to the way that they're doing stuff down on the border, and even forget what they're doing in those detention facilities, busing them just randomly to different parts of the state of different states across the southern border, then turning around and sending those specific kids out to their families. Are they getting?
I'm surprised.
Is there any quarantining for the kids that are getting sent out to the rest of the masses? Are they being checked for anything?
No.
Come on. The whole thing is political, and it pisses me off. And to sit here and say, well, it's not appropriate. I got your appropriate.
Speaking of inappropriate, Adam W. Johnson over on the Twitters. I just turned on this thing, and you guys are talking about Special K. Are we going to rave again this evening? Oh, the cereal. Never mind.
Wow. Wow.
No, we're not talking about ketamine. Jeez.
Adam. Wow.
Bro. That's for later.
That's a side.
We don't talk about that on Twitter.
I was going to say, that's a side of you I hadn't expected to ever get. Wow.
We don't talk about that on Twitter, all right?
Wow. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. New PSA says in the future, women will be on Mars and tampons will be free. I suppose once they're freed, the tampons will also want the right to vote. So that's a goal for new women's movement. Free tampons on Mars.
All right. I don't know where that came from, but all right.
I like it.
That's good.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Freeing the tampons.
Mm-hmm. Got to free them.
They form their own little government.
Yep.
It'd be so cute watching them go to the ballot box. I don't know why.
Because they have wings.
Every time they walk, it sounds like crinkle paper.
Oh, no, it's tampon, so it's like a spring. It's like a spring bouncing up and down with a little tail. What?
They're really fun to play with, like with water.
Are they?
When I was a kid.
I never really messed with them.
I did. Until I realized exactly what they were for and how they, to use them properly.
And you said, oh, no, never again.
No. Mm-mm.
Never again.
I get a weird feeling just looking at them.
Really great for nosebleeds.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problems, but I understand the concept of it, but my brain's like,
he was a kid. Let him alone.
I was bored.
And a kid.
I lived out in the middle of nowhere. Don't judge me.
There was nothing else to do.
Like,
are you?
I'm just saying. We also used to hit. Well, I didn't. My cousin did. He used to hit, bullfrogs over the house with a wiffle ball bat.
Well, that's a whole nother.
We were having a blast watching him do it until one of them fell onto my mom, who was on the other side of the house, sunbathing,
and a bullfrog fell out of the sky.
Fell out of the sky and hit her. Yeah,
oh, that's not good. Let's just say that your mom is.
All I know
could be slightly religious in this sort of context.
Oh Lord! All I know is he's hitting him over the house. We had no idea she was there. We were having a good old time, and all of a sudden we hear, "What the hell?" And my cousin looks at us, hands us the bat, and goes, "I'll be back in a minute."
Oh no! He just bailed on you, didn't he?
No, he went and took it because he knew that.
He took the blame.
He took it all because
look at that.
Because he was visiting.
Yeah,
and so it was one of those things.
I'll take this, guys.
Yeah, Doug,
I'll take this, guys.
She'll just yell at me and tell me to stop it.
It'll be fine. We'll be good at this. It'll be fine. It won't be a problem at all.
So yeah, it was one of those. He knew. She would be told or tell him is, "Hey, don't ever do it again."
Yeah. It's like, all right.
Don't do it in front of the kids. That's not right. You don't need to teach them to do that.
Don't teach them that stuff.
Yeah, that's what it would have been. And it's exactly what happened. And so we came back and we're like, all right, yeah, we're not supposed to do this anymore. Let's go find something else to do. And so we did.
Let's go to the creek.
Yeah, we did. We chased frogs there.
And snakes.
Yeah.
Because that's what it does.
Yeah, and then we would, once they were dead, we would put them on a electric fence and just watch the body. They're already twitching to begin with, but then you watch them really start twitching and popping and yeah.
We need to dive a little deeper into this, but not today.
No, we're good. We're good.
Not today. I think we're done.
The last time we dove deep into stuff like that, I turned the guy to drugs and alcohol. No, thank you.
That's not a good idea. All right.
You know what I know? What I'm trying to turn people onto now is American Pride Roasters coffee.
It is a great cup of coffee over at AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
It is. They are the guys that are supporting this show and the network.
It is historically great coffee.
Guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth. Go to mojo50.com. Tell them thanks for letting us hang out with you guys. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here. Go check them out over there, mojo50.com. Also follow them on the iHeartRadios at Mojo50 Radio.
You know what you can also find on iHeartRadio?
Us.
Right. Our podcast at DOA Show on iHeartRadio. You can find us and all of our old stuff from when we were on that other platform.
All of it?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
That's fine. You go check all that stuff out. Follow us at DOA Show, and we'll be back in a little bit.
A little army of tampons fighting for a tighter weave.
If only we could be like the 500 count.
Right.
Dun 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 dun. I know. Nobody wants to know in my brain. Nope. Sure. Oh, tango. Considering what? No, I have to. Thank you for reminding me. I need to message him like now.
Yeah, that's the consideration I'm giving you. Considering you haven't gotten any.
Yeah, no, I need to find out because again, I need to email her too.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there, and that's...
My eyes twitching over that thing. I'm getting antsy.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
No,
Yes, you will.
I'm not. I'm.
You will be. I didn't say you were.
No,
I said you will be.
And eventually, yes.
Yes,
Right
just
now.
let it be right now.
All right. Finally, it's in Raleigh.
All right.
No. Okay, so that's
It's coming. So, yeah, it's been there
this
forever.
was blank. It looked like this
Yeah.
since like yesterday.
Yeah. So it finally got to Raleigh. So your coffee's almost to
Coffee's almost here. So the coffee will at this rate will
you. It
probably
might
be here
actually
Monday.
it might actually be on your doorstep when you get home.
No.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right.
It's not there.
Well, probably tomorrow then.
It would be nice if it's tomorrow.
Should be tomorrow. If it's in
Nope.
Raleigh now.
No,
tomorrow.
because it has to go to
Lake Forest?
Youngsville. Yeah, the Franklinton or whatever. It's got to hit the route and then come off. Yeah. There's still one more step for this.
So that's what they're waiting on right there.
Yeah.
They're going from Raleigh up to the Franklin.
But look how long that was.
It was
6 days.
Jeez.
6 days from there to here. And I promise you, it doesn't take 6 days to drive.
It's like a 3-day package it's supposed to be. What the heck happened in Des Moines? It's not even his fault. He can't do
No, I know
anything
it wasn't
about
his fault. What I
sucks.
was going to do was reach out to him because, they only showed me that little thing. Because he sent it, they might put a little bit more.
Nope. They never will. It's the USPS, man. They're not going to give you any information.
No, not me, but I thought maybe
No, he gets
him
the same.
being the sender.
He gets the same.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he can't get anything else. They're like, oh, well, it's out. We don't know where it is right now. Nobody's checked it in.
I'm convinced somebody's already taken it and drank it.
Could be like that time that Slug sent me coffee in
Right.
Texas. And
Right.
like a month later, it returned back to her. Return to sender.
Address unknown.
No such number. No such zone.
We had a quarrel. A
little
lover splat.
Spat? Spat.
Splat.
Spat. No, if it was a splat, there would be arrests.
Depends on what the splat is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
You need a towel.
Here's
Here's a tissue.
Big Farmer Steve's thinking over there. We need to get some elevator music so that when
Yeah.
when we have different things going on, we can just start playing the elevator music in the background.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Oh boy. It's Friday, and
I know you don't want to do anything.
No, I mean, it's not. I don't mind. It's not that I'm saying I don't want to do. It's Friday. It means nothing because I have to work tomorrow.
Well,
Boo hiss.
that is true. It does mean nothing because you have to work tomorrow. Big Farm
It's gonna
Steve
be a
over on the
long,
Twitter.
fun
So I can listen to the podcast of the live show I'm currently listening to. Oh, you mean for those people who miss the show and have to listen to the podcast? But wouldn't that mean that they'd already were listening to the podcast?
Or it could be like, so there's a podcast I'm listening to that the new episodes come out every 2 weeks,
Oh yeah.
and so once I get caught up, I'll let it go for a little bit, but once I get caught up, I basically start back at the beginning
And just cycle
and
through.
cycle back through again
Yep.
because it is a nice long story,
And you can
it's-
do that.
It's really good.
You can do that with ours too.
It's worth doing, and I'm saying maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe you just want to go back and relive the.
And just know that it's on iHeartRadio if you search DOAE show.
Yeah, it's fantastic to find it.
Yeah, you can find our stuff and our old stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
It's two separate ones. One comes up as archive, one comes up as regular. So just hold on to that, just so you know.
Yeah. Nothing but goodies over there. So check them out.
Matt still proving that he can do work while listening to us.
He's done 2 articles while listening to us in an hour. 2
Well done.
articles in an hour.
You wrote 2 articles in an hour. Good.
Clearly, you're not being paid by the word.
Oh, he's not being paid by the hour.
No, but he's not being paid by the word either.
No.
Because if you could do 2 articles in an hour,
Depends. You can write a pretty lengthy thing in 30 minutes.
no.
Depends on how fast you can type and how avid you are about it.
I don't know. Not
I mean,
not
he
if you're
could-
being distracted.
No. He could be doing the talk to text.
It'd be funny if this tweet was talk to text from and he put it in his book or in his article by accident.
Well, yeah. You can use what is it?
reminds me,
It's
I
the
gotta-
it's the Google Diction portion now. Like you can have it open and
Yeah.
you can just speak and go.
Gotcha.
Because you can speak like 3 times faster than you can type most of the time.
That's true. So I mean, I guess if he's doing that, then I'll give that to him. Either that or he's not putting a lot of thought into what he's right. I don't know.
Oh, well, maybe.
I don't know.
His average is 600 words
600 words what? Per article?
per article. Yeah. That's not bad. Too many words is too many words.
No, and I got that.
But it depends on how many words what type of words you're talking about here.
Yeah. See, what is the average length of the word you're using? See, if it's a 4-letter word or less, I'm just saying, then it's not that big a deal. But if you're using like those $5 words,
Oh,
like
that'd be good.
existential or something like that, those are the ones those are the big paying dollar ones.
That's
It
what you
reminds
gotta
me with this talk of articles and stuff. I got to get the one done for.
Yes, you
our
do.
thing.
Yeah, you do. Because we got to pop that up there soon.
That's what she said.
Oh.
So on Tuesday, a father of a biological girl who believes that she is a boy turned himself into a Canadian court and was subsequently taken to jail.
Sorry, what?
After the Attorney General of British Columbia issued an arrest warrant for contempt on the father. Contempt. He was held in contempt of court.
Contempt of court, you say?
Contempt of court.
Huh. For what?
Well, are you sitting down?
Yes, I
Are
am.
you prepared?
I am sitting down.
You might want to brace yourself for this.
All right, I'm getting the bracings.
Okay.
I
Are
have,
you-
I
are
have
you-
thoroughly braced.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I have braced.
Okay.
I am more
was-
braced than Joe Biden going upstairs.
They should have.
Apparently, that got everybody.
No, the fun part, just. But now that you made me think about this, now because of his falling up those stairs.
Yep.
Because Air Force One, they don't do like the normal walkway like normal planes do. They make him actually walk up those stairs.
Yeah.
You know what they're going to do now is they're going to attach a winch to the front side of the plane, and they're just going to drop a little chair down. He's going to walk to it and sit out and buckle his little self in, put the little shoulder straps on, and he's going to do a thumbs up, and they're going to go. As they're gonna pull him up into the plane that way, and they're going to pull him back, and they're going to unbuckle his little straps. They're going to hand him a lollipop, and he's going to wave, and he's going to go inside.
Thanks, everybody.
That's how he's going to do it.
That sounds good.
And he's going to insist on sliding down the emergency evacuation slide
every time.
every time now.
Every time. Yeah. Stealth Jackal is also
Too much fun.
bracing.
I know.
She's
Y'all are
also
bracing.
Everybody's braced.
We sure bracing.
We're braced. It's
Okay.
very abrasive.
Okay, so the father, again, just to be clear, back on subject, on Tuesday was turned himself in to a Canadian court
Yep.
after the Attorney General of British Columbia issued an arrest warrant for contempt after the father insisted on referring to his daughter
Yeah.
as his daughter
Okay.
and used the pronouns she and her.
I don't get it. What happened again? It doesn't make any sense. What? You're gonna have to read
Robert Hoogland
Uh-huh.
from Surrey, British Columbia, has a 14-year-old daughter.
Okay.
And in February 2019, the Supreme Court of British Columbia, Canada, ordered that the girl receive testosterone injections without obtaining parental consent.
So the court issued it?
The court, this is a quote, the court also declared that if either of her parents referred to her using the female pronouns or addressed her by her birth name, they would be considered guilty of family violence. Family violence.
How dare you?
That is according to the Federalist.
Okay. All right.
Family violence
Okay.
for
All right.
using he, she,
Okay.
or her birth name.
I'm sorry, but they gave birth to that,
Yeah, that's
Right?
my thoughts exactly.
right?
Exactly.
I mean, I haven't had this specific conversation with my
Child?
oldest yet, but she did talk about wanting to change her name.
yeah.
And at which time I reminded her that we named her one way. And if she wanted to change her name, that's fine. Just understand that we will always call you the other name,
Yep.
no matter what,
Yeah.
because we gave that name to you.
That's who you are.
That's who you are to us. That's what we're going to call. It's like, okay, my sister, my youngest sister, who's, 4 years older than I am, her nickname is Buff.
Yeah.
That's her nickname.
Yeah.
Buff. She's buff. She's always been buff. Aunt Buffy. That's it. There's no more. It doesn't matter what your real name is at this point. That's the family name of you.
Yeah.
That's your name.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your identity.
Well,
it's like they still call me Junior, and it's like, all right.
yeah. That's it. Yeah. But I'm with you on this. Like the part that blows my mind is that they refer to her in female pronouns or address her by her birth name. They're considered guilty of family violence.
It's not family violence. It's
court-
calling the reality of the situation.
All of this stuff was done behind her back or behind the parents' back.
Yes, without their consent, without any knowledge, without all the rest of it, because this kid somehow got the court to agree to allow her to do it.
Yeah. At that point, if you're going behind our back and you're getting courts to
Not
do
our
it,
kid anymore.
yeah, the doors are going to have the locks changed on it and all. What little crap is actually yours will be on the front porch. No, excuse me. will be on the sidewalk in the public street because if you come on my property, I will have to call the cops.
Because you're a big man, you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
See what I did there?
I did. That was very good. At least you were being woke, unlike the father. When she was in 7th grade, the girls' school urged the girl to see a psychologist.
Really?
Dr. Wallace Wong.
Wong?
Yep, because he tells you everything all the time is Wong.
Well, two Wongs never make a white.
Nope. Nope. Who recommended that the girl should begin taking cross-sex hormones at 13. Hoagland cited his daughter's alleged history of mental illness issues
And just to clarify,
and refused to give permission.
not to the story, but to Stealth Jackal, no. No, we can't.
Yeah, that's a
big no.
yeah. You can't call him Junior.
You got to earn that right. And that right is literally being born of the same family.
Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say if you want to get a better reference, like was it a David Allan Coe song? We don't call Hank Junior anymore. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's the thing.
Just listen to it. It's fun.
It makes sense.
It's good times.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll take it that way.
Doctors of British Columbia Children's Hospital decided that the girl should receive testosterone injections. Hoagland, disturbed by the possible effects of the hormone therapy, not the fact that your daughter decides she wants to be a boy and that the state is deciding with her.
We can work through that, all right?
For getting, and completely shutting you out. That's not what you're afraid of. Just the effects of the hormone therapy.
Right, because of
At
the
least
lasting effects could be problematic.
I can't fault him too much because at least he's worried about something.
Right.
He obviously objected, but one of the doctors informed him that the girl's consent was enough for her to begin receiving the hormones.
If you're not even of age to consent to sex,
How can you just
legally?
Yeah.
Legally,
How can you then decide that you have the right to change?
how can you
said sex?
consent to that?
Sorry. Hoagland responded by seeking an injunction to stop the treatment, but Justice Gregory Bowden ruled.
Excuse me?
His name is Bowden ruled.
That's too close.
I know.
That is too close.
Bowdenruled. Bowden ruled.
Okay.
Which is ironic that he's a justice because Bowden ruled that.
Doyle rules.
There you go.
Thank you.
And but Bowden ruled in February 2019 that the girl was, quote, exclusively entitled to consent to medical treatment for gender dysphoria.
Can you just add an apostrophe after the D when you're talking about a ruling that he makes?
Well, if you do it right, you never have to add anything after the D.
Oh.
Thank you.
But you understand what I'm saying,
No,
right?
I got you.
Like, how do you run that? Bowden ruled.
Or Bowden ruled it.
Bowden ruled it.
But the ruled is part of his name.
I don't care at this point.
So
Bowden ruled it.
Bowden ruled it.
It almost rolls just as well as Bowden ruled.
Yeah, it almost does. Damn Canadians. Adding, quote, attempting to persuade, in parentheses, the girl, to abandon treatment for gender dysphoria, addressing the girl by his birth name, referring to the girl as a girl or with female pronouns, whether to him directly or to third parties, shall be considered to be family violence under Section 38 of the Family Law Act. So you can't even...
In the Canadas.
Yeah, in the Canadians. You can't even... They had it even against... So if you're talking to someone else...
If I'd have seen this story an hour earlier, I'd have called up the Canuck.
I know. I thought about it when I first saw it. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that today.
Nope.
He'd had a field day with this one.
He probably will.
He
probably still will.
Probably still will. I'm going to have to make sure he gets this one. Hoagland reacted, quote, the government has taken over my parental rights. They're using the girl like she's a guinea pig in an experiment. Is British Columbia's children's hospital, going to be there in 5 years when she rejects her male identity?
No,
they're not.
No.
They don't care what they want, or they just want the numbers. The Federalist reported, quote, hold on. Go back up. Oh, hold on. That was a typo.
What?
His name is not Bowden Ruled. It's Bowden. The editor
Dang
didn't
it.
catch it.
Dang it.
I thought that would be like I'm weird about names.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I would sit there and say, I don't care who you are. If your name was Bowden Ruled, like you kind of need to be.
You need to be a justice at that point.
Yeah, you do. It's almost like one might say destiny.
His name is no longer Bowden Ruled. It's now his name is Bowden Ruled. Nope, done. Done.
Well, that's why I caught this, because the Federalist reported that the evening of Bowden's decision, Clark granted an interview to the Federalist in which he referred to his daughter as a girl because she is a girl. This is a quote. Because she is a girl.
She is a girl.
Her DNA will not change through these experiments that they do.
True.
End quote. Citing this, among other verbal, quote, expressions of rejection of Maxine's gender identity.
Maxine.
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 Nope, it's Roxanne. I'm sorry. Nope.
The British Columbia Supreme Court, if you would move that out of my way, I could read
Sorry.
better.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Supreme Court convicted Clark of, quote, family violence, end quote, in April of 2019. Judge Francesca Marzari. The judge lady from the Canadians even issued an order authorizing Clark's arrest, quote, without warrant, end quote, by any police officer who might catch him referring to his daughter, quote, as a girl or with female pronouns. I would be in jail so fast.
So quick.
Like the moment the judge passed that,
Be like, put me in jail now, buddy.
I would have been rattling off
That's
just
my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter.
exactly birth name, he, she's. I'd have kept saying,
Maxine's my daughter.
I don't know if Maxine's a new name or not.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
in January 2020, Hoagland lost his legal appeal to halt the process his daughter was undergoing. The BC Court of Appeal ruled that Hoagland's comments did not constitute family violence, but in general, Hoagland must acknowledge and refer to the girl as
Excuse me. No.
male. Oh, the girl
Yeah.
as male,
Right.
and barred him from speaking to the media.
Oh, so the court barred him from speaking to the media.
So there was a gag order on top
He
of
has
that.
a gag order, and he just completely said no. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna.
Hoagland told the Federalist in February 2020, quote, I had a perfectly healthy child a year ago, and that perfectly healthy child has been altered and destroyed for absolutely no good reason. She can never go back to being a girl in the healthy body that she should have had. She's going to forever have a lower voice. She'll forever have to shave because of her facial hair. She won't be able to have children. Sometimes I just want to scream so that other parents and people will jump in and understand what's going on. There's a child, not only mine, but in my case, my child out there having her life ruined, end quote. Hoagland conducted 2 videos interviewed by the Canadian YouTube commentators, or with Canadian YouTube commentators. The first was removed, but the second, with Laurel Lynn Thompson, was not initially yanked because Thompson refused to do so. Justice Michael Taman of the British Columbia Supreme Court ordered that Thompson interview be pulled. When Thompson balked, the police were sent to her home. So now it's not just the guy, the father. They're also going after anyone else he's talked to.
Right, because
How dare the rest of the world, let alone the rest of the country of Canada, know how crooked and corrupt and just
you got
lack of respect for the people.
You got to remember, slug spotting over on the Twitters. Just remember, in Canada, the government has decided that your children don't belong to you
Clearly.
at all.
Yep.
They've already decided that they're not your children. They're the community's children, and so the community gets to deal with them as they will.
Yeah, they've taken it's taken a village to raise a kid to a
And-
whole nother level.
Oh, this guy has a GoFundMe page. He's got everything involved.
The dad does. Yeah, God bless him.
Oh,
I feel
Jesus.
bad for him because I'm not kidding you. I would lose my and right there in front of the court, I'd be like, well, you might as well do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we go. He,
She.
I'd not even that. I'd be like, come here,
She,
my princess.
my daughter. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my little girl.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd right in front of him. And the whole time had my arms out waiting for them to shackle me, put the cuffs on, and walk me out.
That's my little girl. You know,
Like, you don't want to do this, Judge.
it's not a good idea.
I don't give a flying fig. I promise you that.
Yeah, speaking of people who obviously don't give flying figs, during an interview with Axios earlier this week, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren decried the legislative filibuster as racist.
Why?
Quote,
How?
the filibuster has deep roots in racism, and it should not be permitted to serve that function or to create a veto for the minority. In a democracy, it's majority rules. We're not a democracy.
We're not a democracy.
We're a representative republic. And by the way, you did not care, and you utilized the filibuster. I don't know how many times now.
I was going to say there has to be an actual list somewhere of how the number of times that she has, and I'll see if I can find the exact one.
Well, she used the filibuster to block Tim Scott's police reform legislation in 2020.
Okay, so wait, in 2020,
June 2020.
June 2020,
She used the filibuster
As
to block.
in
Yeah, as in,
almost a
like,
year ago.
Yeah, literally about a year ago now.
Okay, okay, so a year ago.
Mhm. She also used a filibuster to block the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act.
When was that? That doesn't say.
It doesn't give an exact date
Wow.
on that one when that all was
Okay.
pushed through. Yeah.
Okay.
She also used the filibuster to block billions in COVID relief in September of 2020.
2020.
2020,
so
yeah.
September. So
Yeah.
we're talking a few months ago.
Mhm,
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all in 2020.
Okay, okay.
Let's put it all that way. This is all in 2020.
Oh,
Warren then also endorsed Wendy Davis for Texas. 21.
District 21.
Yeah, District 21,
Oh, yeah.
celebrating her famous filibuster there in May.
So, wow. Again,
In May.
Of
She said,
2020.
Warren wrote, from her famous filibuster on the Texas Senate floor for women's reproductive freedoms and working blah, 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 blah. She was very happy with her there.
huh?
So let's just say that...
Just in the last year, at least 4 times.
Yeah, Miss Indian Nation herself, Miss High Cheekbones, represent the fact that I am Native American. Miss Native American Cookbook, you know,
You know what's funny? Something I
Pow Wow Chow,
Yeah.
Cookbook.
Yeah.
No, that woman,
That woman.
you know, the Democrat that told me let's have a beer,
Yeah.
sit down and just have a beer.
She-
We'll just talk.
She probably drinks like something light
Yeah, she drinks pilsners.
or White Claw or something stupid.
White Claw. I don't think she's that extreme.
That might be too much. Maybe just regular
I
seltzer.
think like the Bud Seltzer.
Yeah. Or an old,
Bud Light Seltzer.
the only person in all of humanity to ever get drunk on an O'Doul's
That's that one right there.
is her. I don't always hear this stuff, but man, it's got a kick. No, I was sitting here thinking as you were reflecting
through,
on those
yeah.
dates
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
and there's something I noticed
Yeah, what's that?
about that. Again, just those listings
yeah.
happen to be in 2020.
Oh yeah. They were in 2020. Yeah.
There was we had a different president in 2020.
We did.
We did.
We did.
We did. Orange Man.
Orange Man
is what-
Bad.
Orange Man's
We had
bad.
Orange
is,
Man Bad, yeah.
according to the
Right.
Warrens.
Yeah. We had the Orange Man
Of
bad.
course, that
During that time,
she's-
filibusters were fine.
It's no big deal. It's,
because Orange Man Bad.
but now that her side is there and the majority, and they're in the majority and all these things, even if it's by a little bit, how dare they be allowed to, or how dare they have an option for the minorities to be able to silence and have a voice?
you know, I think it's really funny. So you have
And she calls it racist,
racist. Yeah.
which is the same thing as the left has been doing since 1901.
I want to
or
point this
whatever.
out. We talked about this the other
1909.
We talked about it the other day with the Republicans flipping on pork bills, and we're now talking about it with Democrats flipping on the filibuster. They're flipping positions because they're in other positions. They flipped positions of power. That is it. This is the WWE. This is Nitro. This is fake news.
Can you smell?
What the Warren is cooking. It's Powwow Chow. You'll love it. Apparently, my wife really liked that one.
Are you
She's
okay over there?
I think she's fine, but she really liked the powwow chow. I think is
I mean, that was a good setup.
it was a
I
good
mean-
deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Oh, look at that! It's a water bottle on your head. That's a 5-gallon water jug
I'm trying
that
to
they
figure
cut the
out,
bottom out of and just said, "Yeah, here, just put this on your head."
which is a
kid."
fantastic idea. I'm good with that. But what's the point? That
Why do you
dude's-
have a mask on?
He still left a sticker.
It's fogging up. You can't see it all.
He left a sticker on though.
Yeah, he still has the sticker on.
Moron.
It's not good. What are you doing, man? He's just like put the sticker on the back. I can't get it
Wow.
off right now. I don't have time.
I'm in a hurry. I got to get on the plane.
I gotta go. Giant face shield. It's a 5-gallon water bottle.
Poor Slug's head's about to explode.
Sorry, Slug. We love you.
Chief full of bull. I love it. It's fantastic.
We need to come up with wrestler names for all our favorites.
Do you like an intro thing or something?
So
It's easier to come up with Indian names though.
Sitting Bull.
Full of bull. Smells of poo. That
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
pretty much there. Yeah. Foot of stink. Anyway. See, there's times where we just we jive, and then there's times where we're like,
It's Friday.
It is.
This is Defenders Live.
Oh, so I don't know if you have plans now that you have a stimulus check.
Me? No.
Not you personally. I'm talking to the people. Calm
Oh.
down. Not everything's about you.
well,
God.
I mean, you're sitting next to me.
Anyway, I don't know if anybody's considering moving.
Oh, yeah, definitely not me right now.
I mean, we were going. There's only one place we're moving to. But if you're going to consider moving, aside from the great state of Texas,
Mm-hmm.
I might recommend moving to Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, for all of the crap that you hear,
And all the stupid.
all of the stupid, and trust me, stupid abounds in the Florida.
Oh, no. Stop that. Stop. It doesn't just abound in Florida. Stupid is able to be presented in Florida.
As a norm.
It's in every state. It's just in Florida, because of the way that their laws are written, you can write about all of it.
It's good stuff.
It's so good.
As vaccine distribution reaches the 100 million mark in the United States, which is exactly what old Biden wanted, and Americans yearn to return to their normal lives, some state governments and private industries are considering adopting a vaccine passport program.
There's no need.
But
But
not the Floridas.
no, not Florida.
Nope. Governor Ron DeSantis said Thursday that under no circumstances would Florida impose a state mandate requiring people to show documented proof of their vaccination before traveling or attending large public gatherings like concerts and sporting events, at least not while he is governor.
Good.
Quote, I just want to make very clear in Florida, we're not doing any vaccine passports.
None.
All those experts said that it was a bad idea. I think it is a bad idea, and so that will not happen. And so folks should get vaccinated
If they want
if they want to.
Thank you. If they
And
want
we'll
to.
obviously provide that. But under no circumstances will the state be asking you to show proof of vaccination. And I don't think private companies should be doing it either.
End quote.
End quote. Excuse me.
Good job, DeSantis.
The governor believes that all Floridians' individual responsibility to decide whether they get the vaccine and what kind of places they go or activities that they do.
Including all of the crack cocaine that happens. And
But hey, that's fine.
it's fine. It's
At this
up
point,
to your discretion
That's
at that
how
point.
it should be. Quote, to start going down the road of vaccine passports, I mean, you have some of these states saying to go to a sporting event, you have to show either a negative test or a vaccine proof. I think you just go to make decisions, or you got to make the decision. If you want to go to an event, go to the event. If you don't.
Yeah.
But to be requiring people to provide all this proof, that's not how you get society back to normal. So we're just rejecting any vaccine passports here in the state of Florida.
Good.
End quote.
That is actual common sense.
You know, the idea, and I don't know, I'm sure other people that are much smarter than me have already probably mentioned this, but to me, the idea of this whole proof of vaccination thing is akin to kind of like,
Don't tell me you're going there.
I was going to go,
You're going there,
the
aren't
Yellow
you?
Star.
Yeah, you're going there.
Yeah.
You're going exactly where I thought you were going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
are.
obviously the Yellow Star was to target people. So the past,
This is too.
well, no. But I'm saying, but by having the card,
Right. You're saying that I'm valid.
yeah, you're valid, which means you, in retrospect, it would be the opposite. They
Can I ask you
didn't
a
have the
question?
Yellow Star.
Can I
But
ask you
yeah,
a
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Same people that are telling you that you need to get a vaccine passport
Sure.
are the same people that are telling you that you don't need an ID to go vote.
I know. Isn't that weird?
And that it's racist to have an ID on hand to go vote. But what they're telling you is that you have to have a passport that shows that you've been vaccinated so that you can go do anything else in your regular life. Or you're going to be stuck wearing a mask forever.
Or not be able to go into
Or not,
said thing, even with the mask.
or you'll just be ostracized completely.
Again, it's a loose opposite version, but to me, I'm feeling it a very kin to, I don't know, Germany's circa 1935.
There is a kinship, yes.
Just a tad.
It's a small one. It's a smidge.
Connections can be made.
Yes, and it would be easy to make those connections. I'm saying we probably shouldn't jump to that right away.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying it feels like that, though.
Ah, yes, okay.
It feels like that.
You're hooked on a feeling.
I'm high on believing that
They want vaccine
they do.
passports.
They do. It bothers me when you have to, in the United States, you have to have proof to be able to pass from one place to another as a federal thing. And I know that they're like, well, the states are going to do it. No, it's because the states are going to be coerced into doing it because otherwise they won't get
They're
going.
going to be given funds.
They
to do it.
will not only be given extra funds, but the funds that they're already getting federally will no longer be showing up at their door. And we all know that the money is more important.
Right.
The idea of showing proof vaccinations before being permitted to travel places is gaining traction worldwide. In February, on the 21st, Israel
Yeah.
introduced the Green Pass, an app Israelis can download to display proof that someone has recovered from COVID-19. Advertising for the Green Pass promoted the idea that anyone with the pass could return to life as normal, going where they please without social distancing or masks.
But you're still going to get harangued for this.
Yeah.
It's still going to be harassment because people are still going to come up to you. Oh, do you have your green pass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Currently, the Biden administration requires international travelers who want to fly to the United States to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test before they can travel.
Okay, stop there.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's international.
And that's coming to...
That's coming to the United States.
I got it.
That's international to the United States. And okay, that's because it came to the United States over flying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. And the international airline industry is considering taking the next step by requiring travelers to present a digital certificate showing proof of vaccination.
Nope. Sorry, not going to happen.
Now, again, it's international and that's coming in.
Right. That's coming
to
in.
a point
I get it.
I
if
get
you're,
where you're
you're
coming from.
regulating everybody outside of the U.S.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
But you have to understand that there are Americans who travel outside of the country.
Right. And the
And
moment
that
that you
makes-
leave the country, now you have to have this digital green pass
Yeah.
certificate to come.
Yeah.
No, to come back.
The EU has a proposal to create a digital green certificate to facilitate travel across its 27 member countries. And that will be discussed at the next summit.
But that's
of
going to
the
be
EU
like
leaders.
you're driving. Like you get on the Autobahn
Yeah,
and you drive and you just go all the way through.
pretty much. The certificate would, quote, serve as proof that a person has either been vaccinated against COVID-19, received a negative test result, or recovered from COVID-19. Here's the thing that confuses me about this,
Uh-huh.
just so we're clear.
Yeah.
The listing was that they either have been vaccinated, don't have it, or have recovered from it.
Mm-hmm.
How is this thing real time? You mean to tell me
It can't
that
be real time.
It can't. That's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me that in that moment, there's no way of forging it? There's no way of, oh yeah, no, I don't have
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
this
haven't
is my
recovered.
phone.
Yeah, well, not even that. But I'm talking about like the part comes back to that you don't have it. Well, that would be a negative test.
Right.
So just because you got a negative test today,
Doesn't mean tomorrow you won't have it.
exactly,
It just means that currently at this moment, when you got tested, you
It's-
didn't have it.
it doesn't make sense to me.
It's like what, you got to get tested once a month, once a week, once every 2 weeks to make sure that you're up to date on your app? What is it? What are you doing
I don't
here?
know. Quote, the vaccine hesitancy data shows that people who are hesitant to take vaccines actually tend to be the working class people, poor people, minority populations.
It's funny.
We're going to turn around and we're going to turn around then and say, quote, you have to get a vaccine passport to participate in American life, and it's going to be a new vaccine Jim Crow. It's a huge, huge mistake that will undermine trust in public health, and I think it's just morally wrong. That is Dr. J. Bhattacharya.
You should at least try to say it.
I did, Bhattacharya. Bhattacharya.
All right.
Dr. J. Battaramalama Ding Dong. I don't.
Bhattacharya.
That's what I said. Bhattacharya.
Bhattacharya.
Yeah, that's what I said.
J. Dr. J.
Dr. J. Battaramalama.
Dr. JB. It's the wrong
Let's
way.
not get those initials mixed up.
Yep.
I can't. Something about last names. I have a horrible, and that's just.
That's a big one.
Do you ever remember?
It's a wrong one.
Do you ever remember? Did you ever see the movie Employee of the Month? Dan Cook and.
No, I never watched it.
Okay,
no.
so it's real funny, but so it's basically like what.
Yeah, I
about them
remember the
being
premise of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're in the big box store, and the boss. That's what he does. When it comes to anybody's last name, he always butchers it. So he'll turn around and say somebody's name. It'll be like Dr. J. And have his little assistant would say the name right, but he would mumble it right behind him, so
Yeah.
it sounded like that. That's what I'm just going to start doing from now on.
And I'm supposed to say it in front of
You
you.
say it right, and I'll.
No, I'm not doing that for
Come
you.
on.
I'm not doing
Then
it for
fine,
you.
I'll just mumble
It's-
it and it'll
it's
be
more fun to fight over it for like 2 minutes. It's good.
I guess.
I enjoy it.
Anyway, Dr. J. over Stanford University said, quote, he's speaking at a roundtable discussion with DeSantis and other health experts on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. And Tracy over there on the Facebooks kind of said it. The next thing, you won't be able to vote unless you can prove that you have a COVID pass.
There you go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We're gonna be pushed into this idea that you have to have a passport in American life. A passport's supposed to be for international travel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not to be able to literally cross inside your own
Like,
borders.
if you need to go to Walmart, you're not gonna have a passport to go to Walmart. That's not what we need here. We don't need the greeters at Walmart who literally do not care about what you do and how you do it to go around and be like, oh, I need to see your passport, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
It's something to, it just
Are you going to then provide...
bothers me, man.
Are you then going to provide security at every location of every building in every place? Even to go get gas, you have to provide a passport at that point. Like you have to scan the passport on the gas pump to make sure it doesn't. No.
Ooh, you know what else this kind of reminds me of? It's kind of a stretch at the moment, but
Yeah.
could be the mark.
The RFID chips.
Well, just the period, the hold out,
Yeah,
can't
you have
go
to have the
anywhere,
mark,
do
yeah.
anything, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm not
Anything
saying it is, but I'm just saying it's
anything
one
that
of those
gets there.
things that should make you at least take pause.
Right.
And
Anytime
go-
that we talk about something that's a universal identification
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
to get you in and out of every place that you visit on a daily basis,
'Cause
you got to worry about it a little bit.
Just a tad. Because how can you sit there and talk about, and I'm not saying the federal government does this, they don't talk about going back to normal. This is their normal. They
want
love this.
They called this their new normal.
Yeah, they love this.
They said, this is your new normal. This is what you're going to have to live with.
Yeah, everybody wants to go back to like 2019. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
We want to go back so badly.
The only thing
you
that
can
they
taste it.
don't want is they don't want Trump in office, which
Well-
they don't have anymore.
Yeah, but they realize that they have a buku bit of power when they sit there and do this stuff. And that's the part that ruins everything. But people want to go back to normalcy. They want to be able to get up, go to a job, not worry about a mask, not worry about vaccines, not worry about this stupidness.
Yep.
They want to be able to go to a restaurant and not be told that they need to wait outside or sit somewhere else or wear a mask or here, go sit in your car and wait for us to call you, blah, 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 blah. They want some normalcy again, the way
Yeah.
it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And how is having a passport or an app on your phone to prove at any given moment that you're clean, air quotes, how does that normal?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. And then it puts the burden of proof on, on you
on you, which is
directly.
supposed to be a country where you're innocent until proven guilty.
And now you're guilty
Until-
until you show your innocence, and that's not good. We can't do that. That's not what we're supposed to do. But, there's
well, what?
there's this.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Oh, Lord.
According to a recent Newsweek report,
God bless this kid.
the Birds Aren't Real movement, which is gaining traction on social media, is built around the claim that, quote, birds aren't real. We talked about this a little bit. The unsubstantiated theory alleges
Allegedly.
that between 1959 and 2001, the government killed off all the birds.
All of them.
All of the birds. All the birds are dead.
All of them.
All the birds.
Every single one.
Every bird.
So is that what they're trying to say is the, so that is what the, what do they call it? The chemtrails.
Yeah, that's
The
what the
chemtrails were killing off the birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they were slowly replacing them over time.
Did anybody ever notice a lull in birds anywhere?
They didn't have to have a lull in birds because they used them as surveillance drones.
No, but you said they killed them off and then they...
No, it was, but between 1959 and 2001, that's almost 50 years. That's what?
I don't do math. Don't ask me.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 42 years. It's 42 years.
Okay.
Okay, over 42 years. They're saying over 42 years they replaced all the birds
In the world.
because they migrate across the world.
Yeah. And don't forget the ones that are like in remote sections of like the Congo where no one lives, but we've got them doing surveillance.
Right.
Way to go. No wonder the country's broke. We're paying for birds to surveil
The Congo.
the Congo. Fantastic.
Somehow there's birds in the desert just hanging out on cacti.
Birds of a feather are...
Flock together in the Congo, and I'll tell you what,
Whew.
man, they catch some good scenery.
Don't they?
It's so nice.
That's where the proof of Bigfoot is. You know that, right? The birds. The birds have gotten proof of the Bigfoot.
This is why we don't have bees anymore, because they were slow. The bees of the second wave, because they shrunk them down.
Oh, nanotechnology.
That's right. They shrunk them down.
Oh, that's
And so
fantastic.
you got rid of the birds between 1959 and 2001.
And then between 2001 and
2001 and
2021.
2021. You remember, in 2010, they were talking about how the bees were dying. There's bees everywhere now. There's bees everywhere
The
now.
murder hornets.
The murder hornets. Where did they go? There's bees everywhere now. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm telling.
They took the bird idea and they said, you know what? We don't have enough surveillance. We need better, smaller technology that's easier to hide. We're going to do. So when we're talking about the birds and the bees nowadays,
It's no longer
it's
about.
no longer about.
It's no longer about the horizontal mambo. It is.
It is literally about making sure that.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yes.
or technology that causes birds and bees to be drones.
Right. Yeah. Quote, it's a bizarre idea that it almost seems like a parody of other conspiracy theories. And it's very well might be. But despite what the movement's apparent leader insists here,
Oh my god. Oh.
Peter McIndoe portrays the movement. Yeah. You like that name? It's a good name, right? Peter McIndoe portrays the movement as completely serious.
Sure he does.
Quote,
It's only serious now that he's gotten like notoriety. and
right, yeah. Through his interview with
People
Newsweek.
are paying attention to me. No, this is serious.
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's
He
fine.
portrays the movement. What? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Completely
Serious.
seriously. Yeah, through his interview with Newsweek, he remained deadpan and appeared to be improvising as he went along, further blurring the divide between reality and conspiracy, where when he was asked directly whether it's actually an elaborate comedy project, he swore that it's a real thing and that it was just operating underground until the advent of the internet. It should be noted, though, that the only indication that birds aren't real has been around for decades is the history of in the section of its own website.
Huh.
I really hope that this guy is just, he's one of those people that run a really, really good deadpan comedy crap. And like we find out in a year that all of this was just him within a huge, elaborate ruse.
Oh, it probably was, but
And it'd be amazing because you have too many people actually falling for this junk.
Well, I was going to say, one thing you have is throughout the interview, he remained deadpan and appeared to be improvising as he went along, further blurring the divide between reality and conspiracy.
Right.
And then when he is asked directly whether this was an elaborate comedy project, he swore it was the real thing, and he was just operating underground until the advent of the internet.
Yeah.
You know who else? Like the same type of people that did this stuff was people like, you know, the what was his name? Marshall Applewhite from Heaven's Gate.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but yes.
Jim Jones, you know, cult
yeah,
leaders kind of do
They
this
do that
kind of
all the
stuff.
time.
It's no, we're serious. I mean, it just took the right time for everything to pop up and blah blah
Right.
blah blah blah. Really, dude? So let's just for perspective purposes, let's take this into account. Keep this in mind.
Yep.
So we are currently living in a world where the earth is flat. Birds and bees are electronic drones surveilling you at every moment.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
Yeah. Watch out what they see because they'll tell the government. Big Brother's watching you. Yeah. I'm just saying, and I'm trying to think of any other like oddball conspiracy theories that are like, and I can say conspiracy that are. It's bad that we've hit a point now where literally the idea and the concept of alien. Remember when aliens and extraterrestrials was
not even a thing anymore.
that's the weird thing. No,
Dude,
no.
if aliens come down right now on this show and just popped up behind us and just like just completely materialized, for
whatever.
real, I would not even fade. It
No.
would not. No, nothing.
No.
Like. That's
Yeah.
right. We are when we talk about, you know, the Lion King, right?
Yes.
And we make the reference of what's that shaded area? Oh, that's Durham. No.
That's Earth.
That's Earth in the
And the
in the galaxies.
The rest of the universe goes, we don't go
we don't
over
go there. Those people are crazy. They breathe fire. I don't know
Everything
what
the-
goes on with them.
Everything that the light touches, you can go to.
They breathe fire and drink poison on a daily basis, and they subjugate all the other animals to serve underneath them. No, we're not going there. Those
Yeah.
barbarians.
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh, and the ones they don't care about, they kill and eat.
Yeah. It's fascinating how this kind of stuff. Is it bad that between the whole, like the flat earther thing and this, and there's another one that's been prominent here lately that I'm forgetting.
Yeah. There's been a lot.
There's been a lot, but there's been a couple of, there's like one other one that I can't even think about it, but it's way prominent. But anyway, is it bad that I want to come up with one of my own?
I think you could
At this point, just to see
I
how
think
long,
we
how
could.
far it would go.
No. It has to be we make it a small one.
Well, no, I know
Like,
that.
we make it a small one to it just kind of tweaks.
It's like a snowball, and you let it roll down
and
the
just
hill.
Go. It'll release it into the world and watch it run.
Exactly, and see how far it goes and how big it gets and blah, 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 and ride that pony into the end. Yeah. I really want to see what I
kind of think we should
with.
do that. B from the SAV over the Twitters. Technically, most bees are drones.
Wow.
I got it. Good job.
I know I got it.
Well done.
I got
well
it.
done, sir. Well done. I appreciate your humor.
Yeah, thank you for playing along. We appreciate it. It's people like you that make this show fun.
Yes.
No, at the same time, I'm just like,
Do we want to save this?
Yeah, no, save that
Save
at this
that
point
one?
because we don't have time to get into it now.
Yeah, because
and
we could really go deep on that one.
that's what she said.
Put that over here.
Yeah, put that away. No, I would love
That's
to see.
what he said.
Yeah, I would just love to see if we could come up with one. How far would it go?
Yep.
What would it look like?
It'd be amazing. But I want this guy to come out in like a year and be like, yeah, I fooled all of you guys. You guys are hilarious.
The
What
problem
hell's
with
wrong
it
you?
is some of these people, after a while, the longer it goes,
You can't back out.
no, they start to literally
Believe their
buy
own
in,
crap,
buy
yeah.
into their own brand.
It's like a person who decides that they're going to do a different religious sect.
Yep.
You start buying into your own brand and figure
you start
out.
dipping into your own stash, and then after a while, you're just as addicted as they are.
Drinking your own Kool-Aid there.
All right, now.
Going down with the ship. Just saying.
Hello, my name is Jim Jones. Drink my Kool-Aid.
By that, I mean the alien spaceship that's coming to catch us all after we drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I poor aliens.
They get a bad rap.
Well, all I gotta say is I hope.
I mean, no, come on. No. Aliens. All right. If they did ever come here, you think they're going to go and hijack the one redneck in the middle of the field from his bedroom or whatever else, the farmhouse or whatever he's doing,
yes.
just to examine that guy?
Yeah, I can tell you why.
Why?
Because he's gonna be the only one that's drunk in a cornfield.
It's true.
Nobody else is gonna do that. What has happened is there's been a party. He gets hammered. His buddies leave him there. And they come flying in. And it's the only creature they see that's out in the open and away from everything else. It makes perfect sense when you
That's
really
why they
stop
capture cows. That's why they capture.
That's why they get cows
That's why
and
they
the
get
and the
cows.
rednecks because they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Doing absolutely nothing.
Yuppies don't go to the woods unless it's broad daylight.
And they
they're
also hide in groups.
hiking.
They also go in groups.
And they go in groups.
yeah, that's true. Okay.
It's a lot easier to abduct a single one than have to use the ray on like 5 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or more.
And then you have to do the whole like mind wash thingy.
Yeah, exactly. And the
And
little
that's never good. You know, that wastes so much energy.
flashy thingy is really difficult and
It's
batteries
not- well,
burn out
yeah,
so
it burns
fast.
out the batteries just really quick. That's all I'm saying. It's, you know,
And then they have to constantly wonder, have I been flashy thingied
or not.
or not?
I've got some
Exactly.
weird dreams and I don't know.
And I don't have to push as hard now to poop. It's really weird.
It's really weird. Plus, deja vu has been happening a lot.
Yeah. I feel like Groundhog Day. What
The
hell?
Matrix glitch. That's the other one. That's the other theory. That's the other big
That's
theory.
it,
That was
yeah.
the big theory in the early 2000s that we actually were living in the Matrix and that every time you see deja vu, it really was a glitch in the system.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, guys, that was a movie. All right.
I don't know about all of the deja vu crap. I do. All it is you had a dream about a very common occurrence and
It's
it's nothing out of
happens.
the ordinary. Yeah, and that common occurrence happens. You're like, oh my god,
That's exactly
must-
what I thought.
I must be a sorcerer. No, your brain literally just played you a
Processed
very
a thing.
common event, and you just happen to relive it and remember the dream at the same time.
But not actually remember it, because
Yeah, you just remembered that you remembered it.
you remember that there were portions of it, and normally you don't even remember it until after the entire thing happens, and you're like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. This very familiar act feels very familiar, like I did it before.
Like this thing that I just did, it feels really familiar, like I had just done it.
oh my God. Anyway, it's Friday and we're done.
Yes.
Go to mojo50.com. Tell them thank you for leaving this dumpster fire on, because
We are.
we are here.
Yeah.
Go to Mojo50 and tell them, hey. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Yeah, historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us on iHeartRadio over at DOAE Show. Follow our website at DOAE Show. Become a Defender. Check out the archives and stuff. The shop over there. All the social medias are at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. Like, share, follow. Have a great weekend. Y'all be safe, and we will see y'all Monday.
Later, guys.
Bye.